Neil Druckmann is gone, the viewers are gone, and our interest is gone. But the same question remains, when are we actually going to get season 3 of The Last of Us? Welcome back, guys, to Fog Entertainment. And right now, to be honest, I couldn't care less if we never got a season 3. They could cancel this show right now, and it wouldn't matter, because if you really wanted The Last of Us, you could just go and play the original game that was a masterpiece before they ruined absolutely everything. But we are getting a third season. It has been confirmed. The only thing we don't know right now is whether or not we're going to get a fourth season, because Craig Masson, the showrunner, the showrunner, actually, I think we should be calling him the showrunner.
The showrunner.
He's unsure on whether they're going to do a fourth season or whether season 3 is going to be one long season where they can finish the story.
It's a disaster, folks. Whether it's split into two or it's two separate ones, we seem like Squid Game there. They did season 2 and 3, and it may as well just been a combined one. Either way, it's still going to be crap. Let's say you split it, or let's say you do two separate ones. Who's going to care about the first half? Who actually sits there as a viewer and wants to watch 8 episodes or 5 episodes with Abby? No one does. No. See, you think the viewerships are bad right now for season 2 when you've actually got the full story on display? Who wants to see how Abby got to the situation in the church where she killed, what do you call him?
Jesse.
Jesse, and is going to shoot Ellie or whatever. Who's honestly sitting there wanting to see that?
Yeah, you're having to wait over 2 years to see it, and season 3 is pretty much going to consist of just Abby's side of the offence of season 2. It's almost like you're watching season 2 on repeat, but you're seeing it from Abby's. I think that can work in a game when you can sit through in one play and play it, or you can play it over a series of nights or over a couple of weeks. I don't think this works when you're having to wait over 2 seasons. And it's not just that. If season 3 does end in the exact same way that season 2 ended, then you're having to wait till season 4 to get the continuation. So you're essentially waiting like 5 years to see what happened after that scene where Ellie goes, no, and it fades to black.
How bad was that acting, by the way?
You're essentially having to wait 5 years to find out what happens after that. And that, to me, is unforgivable. But HBO Max content chairman and CEO Casey Bloys confirmed that the plan is for The Last of Us to have season 3 released in 2027. And then he discussed how many more seasons there will be as showrunner, aka showrunner, Craig Mazin adapts the rest of the story from The Last of Us Part 2 game. This is what he said. He said, quote, "The series is definitely planned for 2027. Craig is still working it out, whether it will be 2 more seasons or 1 more long season. It hasn't been decided yet, and I'm following Craig's lead on that." End of quote. Right, so they don't know if it's going to be 2 more seasons or 1 more long season. Now, this show came out, I believe, season 1 came out January. I think it was it January 2023?
Yep.
Right.
It was 23rd of January.
It was, okay. And then season 2 came out, I believe, March or April 2025. You did over a 2-year wait for season 2. It was about a 27-month wait for season 2, and it was less episodes in season 1. Season 2 only had 7 episodes. Now, I believe that season 3 will be even longer, because it just seems to be the further they go with producing seasons, the lazier they get. So I would imagine that we're not going to get The Last of Us season 3 early 2027. I think it will be July, August at the earliest, maybe even later than that. But if you factor in that, let's say they don't do 2 more seasons, let's say they do 1 more long season and they decide to make it like double the length, and it's going to be like a 13, 14, 15, 16 episode season, that's going to push this back even more. See if Craig Mason decides, we're not doing a season 4. Season 3 is just going to be a long season. There's no way this show's getting released in 2027. You're talking 2028 at the earliest. Because look how long it took them to produce 7 episodes for season 2. Are you telling me that if season 3 is going to be like 15 episodes, they're going to produce that at the same rate they produced season 2?
No, they're not going to. But unless they split it and you get like part 1 in 2027, then part 2 in 2028. But I just don't care for it, man. And I don't care for the show anyway, but how many people actually, no, be honest, right? What percentage of people that still watch this show want to see a season 3 or half of it focused on Abby? I mean, I'd say it's way less than 5%. If that, and you look at other TV shows in the course of history, well, what season of a TV show ended to set up a season where it's going to focus on the other group? I can't think of one. You look at The Walking Dead, what they did with the governor, right? Episode 5, I believe, ends with like Rick looking out, there's tanks there and shit. Michonne and Herschel get kidnapped. Then you get like 2 episodes of him, but that's within the same half a season.
Some people, when The Walking Dead started doing like splitting the groups into different episodes, some people were freaking out and complaining that you'd have to go 1 week without seeing Rick Grimes. The Last of Us is expecting you to wait about 5 years to get the continuation of a story. I mean, we're not talking, one episode's going to be like Abby focused and the next one's going to be Ellie focused. We're talking about a full season that's going to be focused on Abby. That to me is fucking insane. Plus, it's insane. It's mental.
What about the poor fucks out there that have never played the games? They're watching this probably thinking, oh, when this comes back, we're going to see the direct continuation.
Yeah, and like what happened to shows that were releasing seasons every single year, and you're talking like lengthy seasons. None of this 6-7 episode garbage. Like Game of Thrones, they took for the final season. They took 2 years to make it, and it was 6 episodes. I mean, you had Sons of Anarchy turning out 13 episodes every season. Walking Dead, when that started going to 16, they were doing 16 episodes every. Oh, but those shows don't have the production. Bullshit. If The Walking Dead, there's not much. Listen, it's post-apocalyptic world at the end of the day. If The Walking Dead can turn out 16 episodes for a season every single year, then there's no reason why The Last of Us can't do 7-8 episodes every single year. The fact this show came out in 2023, and the likelihood is we're probably not going to see season 3 until late 27, early 28 is a disaster.
Could it be with a lot of those shows though, the actors were like real fucking men, and here it takes 2 years because Pedro Pascal pisses his pants every couple of takes and he has to be hugged and cradled in his fucking nappy? Could that be the case?
I mean, it could be, but like again, Game of Thrones until the final season produced new seasons every single year, 10 episode seasons, similar to House of Dragon. But why does House of Dragon need multiple years between seasons, but Game of Thrones didn't?
COVID. Everyone's following each other's leads. At least fucking Dexter's not doing that.
Yeah, but you know what? I think that's fine if it's over the COVID's year or the year after. COVID's almost 5 years ago. When are people going to move the fuck on?
I know.
It's not acceptable.
No, I know it's not acceptable. I just don't get it.
Is House of the Dragon that much better in quality and that much better in production that it takes like an extra full year to make than Game of Thrones?
No.
I think Game of Thrones had way more actors.
Also, see this whole...
way more locations.
See this hype into production. I would rather production quality be a wee bit worse if I got more. Because let's not pretend like everything about these shows that are taking 2 year gaps is perfect.
No, but people do. People do it with, Stranger Things. You're complaining about having to wait 3 years for a 5th season, but I prefer quality over quantity. They're making it as if every episode of Stranger Things is like perfect. It's pish. It's garbage. Not only are these shows taking longer to make, not only are you getting less episodes per season, but the quality's horrible. We're going through a bad period of television right now.
No, but see The Sopranos, they took the first 4 years, they filmed the first 4 seasons, then they took a break and filmed season 5, then they took another 2 years to film season 6, and then that was split across 2 years. Can I sit here and say that the production quality in The Sopranos drastically changed when they started taking more time? It didn't.
No.
So I just don't understand it. I don't see the proof in the pudding. It's like the only thing I will say is like with these shows, I don't know what network Stranger Things is on. I just think the HBO shows do have a better production quality. Netflix, well, there you go. But I mean, I think a show with fantastic production qualities like Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul, where like there was like the graphics at the start of episodes, like certain like mechanics were fantastic. But guess what? They were firing out seasons every year. All right, towards the end of Better Call Saul, they began to drag it, but that was due to COVID, right? But I just don't understand the hype that goes into production, man.
Yeah, but it's not like one little thing that's changed. The seasons are taking longer to produce. There's not as many episodes now per season, and the quality's down.
Could it just be that actors and actresses just have too many like rights and they get too much things written into contracts that delays the process?
Would remind you of a certain WWE and their part-time bullshit.
No, but I think see if you look at these TV shows in the past that we talk about. See the actors that were in it; they were committed to that show. They didn't really film much outside of it. They would have filmed the odd thing. How many things have you seen Pedro Pascal be in since the turn of this decade? He is fucking in everything.
I will give you that, to be fair. Rick Grimes, Andrew Lincoln, when he was in The Walking Dead, that was pretty much the only thing he was in.
Yeah. Like what was Bryan Cranston in? What was Charlie Hunnam in?
Yeah, but I still don't think that's a good enough excuse, because if you want that role in the show, then you should commit to that show, and you should give up other roles if it's going to affect your productivity levels and output.
No, it should, but either way, we can argue about what they're going to do. I just don't care for it.
No, so
I'm not going to sit here and lie. Say it was a direct continuation. I don't care. You know what I mean?
No, but do you think, could it be possible that maybe the reason we don't enjoy TV series as much in recent years could you factor in the possibility it's because they take longer to produce now, or you think it's nothing to do with that? Because I do think when you watch a show and then you have to wait 2 or 3 years to get the next season, that's a bummer.
No, I mean, I think I'm kind of blessed in a way where every show that I consider my favourites, I probably didn't have to wait weekly for them. And I'm not saying some people that they had to wait weekly back in the day.
Rocky was producing fucking... He was bringing out movies more often than half of these series are bringing out seasons.
No, but do you get my point?
That's insane.
Do you get my point?
No, but fucking Sylvester Stallone had time to batter... Sylvester Stallone could knock the fuck out of Mr. T and then go into the jungle and kill thousands of fucking Vietnamese people, and then fly to Russia and batter Ivan Drago, Dolph Lundgren, 2-on-1.
Before his tea was cold?
He was doing all that before Stranger Things could produce the next season of their show. It's absolutely insane.
2 worlds apart.
Anyway, guys,
Nation.
that's it. Last of Us Part 3 will be 2027, but if Season 3 is going to be the final season, and they're going to make it a long season, then that just means that the release date will get pushed further and further back, and I mean, we needn't be surprised if we're talking closer to 2029 than 2027. Anyway, guys, till next time. Peace.